He warned us in the Quran, don't take them as your friends and allies. Don't take them as your friends and allies. No. And if you do that, you no longer belong to us, you belong to them. Who was Allah talking about? He was talking about an alliance of Jews and Christians. Ya Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who have faith in Allah. La tattakhidhul yahuda wan nasara awliya. Don't take them as your friends and allies. Who? Ba'aduhum awliya ba'd. An alliance of Jews and Christians. When that Jewish-Christian alliance emerges, do not turn to them with friendship and alliance. وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. Whosoever from amongst you turn to them with friendship and alliance, you belong to them. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. They are a wicked people. And Allah does not provide guidance for a wicked people. This is how we began the lecture. That Jewish-Christian alliance has now emerged in history. It is the Zionist Jews and Zionist Christians who have reconciled and made friendship and alliance. And they are the ones who control power in the United States of America. They control, and they boast of it. We control the United States. They control Britain, the power in Britain. They control power in France. They control power in the Western world, what is called Western civilization. They are the ones who have NATO as a military arm. And they are the ones who have a mysterious messianic agenda. They want to rule the world. They want to establish the political dominion, the economic dominion, the monetary dominion over all of mankind. That's what they want to do. That's arrogance. But not all Christians are like that. And not all Jews are like that. No. These are the Christians and the Jews of modern Western civilization. Russia is not a part of Western civilization, no. And Allah warns us in the Quran, don't take them as your friends and allies. Don't enter into their embrace. And that is precisely what happened. This is the people, this is the civilization which were empowered by a scientific and technological revolution, and applied that scientific and technological revolution to military science, and they gained a military power unique in all of human history, and they used that military power to oppress. At the point of a naked, bloody sword, they went to conquer the world. What is Britain doing in Britain? A little island called Britain. What is Britain doing controlling the whole of India? Tell me. Huh? And Britain is in China, and Britain is here, and Britain, the sun never sets on the British Empire. Why? Why this mysterious colonization of the world? Answer, they want to rule the whole world. And one of the strategies which they employ to establish their dominion over mankind is to change the money. To remove the money that Allah has ordained, dinar and dirham, to prohibit the use of gold as money, which is shirk. Are you hearing me? Did you hear what I say? It is shirk. It is blasphemy. Every Christian knows the meaning of blasphemy. Every Jew knows the meaning of blasphemy. When a Muslim uses the term blasphemy, it is shirk to prohibit what Allah has permitted. And Allah has permitted gold as money, and they prohibit the use of gold as money. That's what they did in the International Monetary Fund, the Articles of Agreement, prohibit the use of gold as money. So you can't use a dinar as money anymore, and by implication, since you can't use dinar, you can't use dirham. This is blasphemy. And whosoever follows them in that shirk also become party to the shirk. This is the monetary system which they created, and the second lecture explained that monetary system based on shirk. Based on shirk. And they use that monetary system with indescribable hatred and animosity and hostility for Muslims. That's what they are. And use that monetary system to exploit, to rip off, and to oppress, and finally to enslave people. And so today we find a world of Islam, and also the rest of mankind who are not supporting them, miserably poor, enslaved. And it's because you take paper and you give to that paper a fictitious value, no intrinsic value. And that fictitious value is such that when they print the paper, it's called hard currency. And once their paper is in demand, they can give a high value to it and they can print as much as they want. And so they could buy the whole world free of charge. You could buy the whole world free of charge once the donkeys are demanding the paper. And then when we Muslims also want to join in the fun of blasphemy, and we also surrender the dinar and dirham, and we also start to print paper. But our paper is not hard currency, no. So our paper can't be used. You take a whole basket full of Pakistani rupees to Midtown Manhattan, and you want to buy a cup of coffee. Huh? You think you could buy a cup of coffee with a basket full of Pakistani rupees in Midtown Manhattan? No, you can't. No, you can't. But you could take one you could take $1 and buy whatever you want in any village in Indonesia. Anywhere in the world you go with a US dollar, you can use it. But the Pakistani rupee can only be used here in Pakistan. So they have an advantage. We pointed out that this was an unjust system. We pointed out that this was bogus.